What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason. Welcome to Redfish Bluefish. Happy July 3rd, everybody. Happy Saturday indeed. Oh, it's great to be with you guys. It's been not a good time. Trying to get on YouTube has been a bit of a nightmare due to technical difficulties, mechanical difficulties. We'll go into that in a while. But I am really happy to see you guys this time. It means that we've made a little bit of progress, and perhaps, maybe, knock on wood, maybe my luck is turning around finally. This episode, I wanted to just kind of get back into it, get my feet wet again, say hello to you guys. Man, I've missed you. And it's just not like YouTube content creator nonsense speak. It's good to be back because it means some good things have happened. I see a lot of people in here. I'm going to do a few impromptu shout outs. Looks like that Jay Oliver was in here early. Jeeps and Things. Hey, bro, what's going on, man? We also had Aqua Balls, one of my mods. I see the blue wrench on Aqua Balls there. What's up, buddy? Thank you for coming by. Danikin Aquatics, good friend of mine down tuning in from Portland, Oregon way. Geek Boy, Sandy Dowdy, John Gong, Trevor Gregory, Charlie Bright, Stefan P2003, so many others. Daryl Deemer, Rico Stan, what's up, buddy? Corey Doris, Zone Aquatics. Man, I see a lot of others in here. I'm going to stop there because I'll just, half the stream will turn into shout outs, and that's usually not that fun. I have some pretty good news. Not only am I back on the tube of you, we've got our walkabout cam working correctly for once. How about that? So I'll be able to show you a little bit. I don't have a ton of stuff in the shop to show you by way of update, but enough. We'll get into that. Yeah, a little bit about the delays getting back on YouTube. So basically, oh, man. Supposedly the vehicle is good to go. They couldn't find out what was wrong with it. They claim they drove it all over the place. My vehicle, right? My work vehicle. It's a massive truck, huge cab, massive bed, weighs about 3 tons. It's a 6.7 liter turbo diesel made by Cummins, and they say that they looked at everything on it, man. They drove it, and it's just, I guess it's just a gremlin. We can't figure it out. So I went by, paid my money, picked it up. And I got about 8 miles down the highway. Pow, on the money, just like before, dead. So, needless to say, I got on the phone with them, and I was hopping mad, guys. And had to do a little bit of muscling, a little bit of arguing. A few threats were thrown around, legal threats. And they sent a tow truck out there, lickety-split, to pick it up. And it's back in there now, and they're trying everything on this truck. They're trying just about all that they can imagine. And bad news. It's looking. We're not out of options right now, but it's looking suspiciously like we might be looking at a defective ECM, which is an engine control module, what a lot of people call the computer. And those are not fun to replace at all. Nor are they inexpensive. So we'll see what pans out there. We're getting closer and closer to figuring out the mystery. I'm going to switch on over to the regular window, see what's going on in chat. All right, got a lot of folks in here. Looks like we got 8 thumbs. Not too many watching right now, but it's early. That's fine. Also, like I say, I did have to skip the last couple of live streams due to this stuff, and that usually the algorithm doesn't like that sort of thing at all. So we'll take what we can get right now and just kind of get back into the swing of things. I do have some updates to share with you guys. Like I said, my walkabout cam is working, and look what it's focused on right now. Oh yes, indeed. This is the very recently translated into English, the English edition of Crystal Castleman's awesome, incredibly awesome reference book on aquarium plants and all things aquarium plants. we got a number of these guys in, and I'm really, really happy to support this this author, this writer, this researcher. Heck, I mean, she's basically a scientist as well. So, got in quite a number of those, and every single one of them that we got in, we were really touched to see something that Miss Castleman did for us. Each copy is autographed. So we are really, really pumped up to get quite a few of these books in that we will be listing pretty soon at redfishbluefish.shop. We are going to be offering them at a really great deal. Basically, we're going to be by far the least expensive source on the internet for this incredible reference guide on just about pretty much every aquarium plant you could imagine. If we flip through this thing, we just turn to a random page, there's going to be super high quality photographs everywhere. You know, the book is just incredible. And it's just packed with page after page of super high quality photographs, as you can see. Really well done. An impressive work of reference literature for aquarists like us. So like I say, these are coming very, very soon on the website. And I don't know if you're just tuning in, we'll go back and show you what we got going on here. Each and every one is autographed. Best regards, Crystal Castleman. So again, we will be offering those. Really pumped up to be offering those. Yes, they will be available for shipping. Not only will they be available for shipping, guys, I've thought about this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to offer you free shipping on these books if you live in any of the 50 states of the United States, I should say. So any of the 50 states, I believe Puerto Rico, we can probably do that. Guam, I have to look at that. We will be able to not only offer you these autographed books far below what anyone else on the internet, and there's only, I believe, 2 other sources really for it, commercial sources. We'll be offering them at a lower price, and we'll throw in some free shipping on top of it. It will be USPS Media Mail, which isn't the fastest, and it's actually not the slowest. It's very reliable. We can do tracking on it and that sort of thing. So just wanted to kind of do a shameless plug for Miss Castleman, a wonderful, wonderful book. Wonderful person as well. Well, like I said, it's nice to be with you guys and have the walkabout cam functioning for at least now. It's Saturday, July 3rd. And let me fix the mic, and we can perhaps do a little walk around, and I can show you what's going on, kind of some of the new stuff. And then we'll probably just hang out for a little while, if you're cool with that. Let's see, go into my audio properties here. All right, well that should be fixed. All right, so let me grab the walkabout cam and we'll do a little walkabout. All right, guys. So first off, little look at what's been going on around here. We've got our Iwagumi well underway. We're doing a 50% dry start on this. It's pretty humid, which is exactly what you want. So each of these plugs is Monte Carlo. You see this stuff that I've got down here is simply a recyclable, or I'm sorry, a nature-friendly, what have you, trash bag liner. If we kind of peel this up here, set it on the light, that's fine. This is a twin star, so pretty darn good light. You see we got some really nice Burma stone in here. I really, really love the texture of this. It's interesting stuff. A lot of neat shadows you're gonna get off of this. Do some boost down here, attach it to the crevice. But yeah, like I say, this is all Monte Carlo, and we've got almost half of it done. I got some more in, and I thought, what the heck, I don't have really enough, but we'll just go on ahead and do an initial dry start on the first half, and then when we get the rest in, it should be early next week. Going ahead and plug the rest in and give it a few more days, just a little, maybe a week, and then we'll go on ahead and flood it and start injecting our CO2 and get it well underway. Yeah, it's kind of a particular or unusual stone to use in an Iwagumi, this color, but I think it's going to be stunning when this gets really thick and bright green with that red orange kind of hue coming out of it. It's going to be quite nice. So we've been working on that. It took a lot of work actually to work out how I wanted the shape of the substrate. I don't know, you probably can't tell. Well, maybe you can now. Is that it's up, on this side compared to this side. This is at least more than 3 times, perhaps 3 times or more higher than this. But as you follow it from that corner to here, it's going down, definitely down. There's a little flat spot there in the corner. In fact, you could probably see that. Make sure that this is really nice and flat. Make sure you can see that. I think you can see that even better from over here. So the height of this compared to the height of that, much lower over here. So we've got that interesting kind of slope with a little bit of a flat, kind of a landing here, right here. So, really interesting or really important in Iwagumi aquascapes, and that's to say where mainly you're working with for the most part, just a carpeting plant and then some stones. A really important part of them is working with really, you need to take your time on your stones. And in Iwagumi, just anything that you can find, the first thing you can find, it's probably not going to work out. I had to go through a lot of hardscape to find these that all work together, and get them in an arrangement to where they'll be broken up by the interstitial green, by the green that's sort of interstitial everywhere, and then that back angle, it's going to be all green. So you can kind of imagine how it should play out. But you need to really pay attention to your hardscape, right? And another thing, in an Iwagumi I should say, another thing you want to make sure, try to avoid, you don't want flat bottoms. You don't want boring, just boom. You don't want that in Iwagumi. It's very difficult to give it dimension and to make it interesting if you do that. So, you can do the 2 hills method. You can do just a simple slope from this back corner to this front corner being the lowest point. That's, a lot of people do that. It looks nice, maybe some rocks jutting out of it and then some coming out that way like this versus that, sort of a broken bridge, kind of a chaos kind of layout with your hardscape. But like I say, take your time. Number one, take your time finding a really strong hardscape that can easily stand on its own. And number two, really take your time and try to get some interesting 3D depth on your substrate, the way that you put it down at the angle. If you got to work it like that in a V, that's fine. 2 hills method. The 1 hill method, you can go with a slope. You can start with a lot of aqua soil in the back and then just have a little bit in the, that's fine. But just going like straight up flat, like the bottom of the aquarium, it's very, very difficult to pull off an interesting Iwagumi if you set yourself up like that on your substrate. Just getting our equipment laid out here, any CO2 stuff, water. they're coming along pretty darn well. They're definitely popping. They're enjoying being out of the tissue culture cup for sure. All right, let's head over here and see if my audio's been good this whole time. I hope so. I hope it has been. I hope it's not been overdriven and terrible. Set this here for a moment. Sorry for the shaking. Sub pop represent. There we go. All right, hey, Tiffany White's in here. Thanks for tuning in, Tiffany White. Gina French, Geek Boy, ZI Zip or Z Zip, Z Zip. I like that, that's cool. Jay Oliver's again, another shout out, sir. Dragon Lair, what's up, Patrick? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Hello, my nerds. What's up, my nerds? Let's see what's going on in chat. Aquaball says, I got saltwater fishing last night, guys. Yikes. Yikes. So you've jumped over to the dark side, have you? We'll show you what else I got going on here in a second. Just kind of wanted to catch up with chat and make sure that I'm not missing too terribly much. Switch over to the right window. Make it easier. So yeah, the aquascape's going well. The Iwagumi is going nicely. We'll get that finished off here any day now. Hopefully Wednesday or Thursday next week. I should be getting a really large shipment of some. Oh, actually not large. This is the small one. Small shipment of some tissue cultures in. I started to say large. That's another shipment from another place. Of some cool tissue cultures from British Columbia, from my friends up there in Tropica. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Geekboy, we'll talk about that in a second. You know what? Let me, I don't know if we'll do a full hour this time, guys, because I don't have too much content, but I did want to jump in here, whatever works. Jump in and show you guys what I've had going on. We just did a little bit of review of an aquascape, and I want to show you guys the beginnings of the Aquafarm and how well it's going. It's only been up for a couple of days, but before we do that, let's say hello to this little dude. His name is Sirius Black. That's what we've been calling him anyways. Nice black crown-tail orchid. Obviously a male. I mean, this is a fish-related YouTube channel, guys. We gotta look at some fish. He's huge. This dude is a really, really large betta. It's hard for you guys to tell, but he's definitely... he's not small. Go over here and get something and we'll take a look. Show you what we've got going on here. Give an honorable shout out to these We've only got 2 pairs of these guys left. The females, I think 3 actually. Females are all hanging around in the back. They've been giving birth. They've been digging babies out of there, which is always nice. But that's not really what I wanted to show you guys. So, the beginnings of what we've got going on here and what we've been working towards for a while are our little Aquafarm. It's the best to show you. That's all this plant, these 3 rows. We did start these from our tissue cultures. Remember I showed you guys in videos how to tissue culture Ludwigia repens? Specifically, I've shown you guys and other hobbyists and even, you know, competitors, if you want, I've done videos on how to tissue culture this very plant, all of its variants, Ludwigia repens, or repens if you prefer. And this, these 2 rows here, what we have going on, something that I get asked for a whole lot, I mean a whole lot, Linophila aromatica. It's originally from Asia, specifically Vietnam, but it's found in neighboring Thailand and Cambodia, Laos as well. It's very aromatic, as you might guess. Weirdly enough, a lot of people in Vietnam, well, I guess it's not weird at all, this is eaten actually in a lot of cuisine. You know, this is actually eaten. It's a nice aromatic. It smells really quite nice. And here's some more that we've got going here. Another plant. I'm sure some of you guys could pick this out and tell me which one this is. Give you guys a few minutes, see if you can guess before I tell you what it is. I actually don't have a sticker down for this, so I can't show you. See? It's blank. Shoddy, shoddy, shoddy. Well, I can't see chat right now, so this is called Proserpinaca palustris. This is the so-called mermaid weed. It's really, really good for adding a lot of green. Like, it's kind of a full plant when it gets going. These are only about 3 inches or so long right now. These came out of our tissue cultures as well, and they're going. They're about 3 or 4 inches. That one in the back's he's pretty happy. And we've got a little bit. We're about to start a lot more of it. We've got some Rotala macrandra Kadang. This is Kadang Japan, or also called Japan Red or Japan Pink. Also from our tissue cultures. I've shown you guys how to do Rotalas as well. Actually, over here we've got a couple of. Actually, I just plugged these guys in yesterday. We got a little bit of overrun. This is Ludwigia repens Mini Super Red as well. You see this over here is already getting really nice and red, nice pink tones on top of it, even under moderate light with CO2 that you see over there. You see that CO2? But it's already getting really nice pink, quite red actually on the ends. It'll be all totally red probably in another week. This hasn't quite started it yet. A little bit here and there. But in another week and a half or so, it'll be insanely red, hopefully. Looks like we got some diatoms going there. So take care of that. So this is just the modest beginning, guys. We will have all of this going, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of this. Will be nothing but the plants that we're producing in small batches, like a small batch kind of boutique selection of plants that are lab-born, tank-grown, never grown above water. From the lab directly to the water. And then we get them started, obviously 100% aquatic. No converting whatsoever required for you guys on these particular guys, and many more plants to come, many more species. As you see, we are doing CO2 injection. It's just actually the system's pressurizing right now. It should start any moment. Oh dear. I'm going to walk back over here and get set up. Bear with me a moment, guys. There we go. That's better. Aquaballs wants all the plants, he says. All of them. All. Send all of them. Geek Boy here with a very valid question. Thank you for the question. Geek Boy, yes, they will be available for shipping, and on the plants now, they're not fish. Livestock's different. When we're talking about fish, we're talking about even snails, we're talking about shrimp, unfortunately. We will not ship those in any other fashion than by either UPS or FedEx, and it's got to be overnight. It has to be overnight. Or UPS calls it NDA, next day air. FedEx calls it overnight. Same thing, just two different carriers, two different terms. That is the only way that we will ever ship animals. I'm sorry. And we definitely, I get emails, not every day, but about every third day, someone, hey, you know what, blah, 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 USPS, I've shipped with USPS for years. Why won't you ship? This is BS. Sorry, go buy your fish somewhere else if you want to lose 30, 25, 30% DOA rates on USPS right now. It's absolutely terrible right now. In my opinion, USPS has a long way to come out of a hole that they're in, and it's not really their fault. They got to get out of a pretty deep service hole before they'll be eligible, in my mind anyways, to ship live animals. We're not into losing them. So with that said, now that's animals, right? I didn't say plants. I didn't say live plants. I didn't say immersed, submerged, tissue cultures. I didn't say that, right, with FedEx and UPS. We are happy to send plants, our tank-grown, our lab-born tank-grown plants that we do ourselves here in our tanks with moderate, sufficient water column fertilization, with moderate, sufficient CO2 injection for the health of the plant, for the development of really strong roots, especially strong leaves, brilliant colors. We'll take care of all of that, and we are absolutely down with shipping all of those plants via USPS. In fact, we just really upgraded our shipping package. Basically, we use a middleware, kind of like a middleware provider for our website and Square, and it ties everything together: weights, dimensions, dimensional shipping, conditional shipping, all these fancy rules. You can go in there and you can do just about anything you can imagine in terms of shipping. Now, here's where the bummer is. You have to, on the back end, you have to write the logic. Like, you have to actually do some writing of logic, and it's not just all GUI based. That is proving to be extremely complicated, way more than I bet on. And I have a strong logic and tech and IT background. I'm usually really good with this stuff. Their system is crazy. And I basically handed it over to them. I said, that's it, man. I'm paying you. Make this work. And Wednesday of next week, I keep glancing over at chat, pardon me. Wednesday of next week, I have a big tech powwow meeting with their nerds, and I'm representing myself because I am definitely a nerd, no question. And hey, Peplin Creek Aquatics, what's up there, buddy? Haven't seen you in a long time. Bentley Pasco's in here. Hey, Bentley, how's it going, man? I hope you, my friend, you have gotten a break from work, because I know you was working like a slave. You were going. It was like 12 days a week for Bentley. He's at work. I mean, I know that's not possible, but Bentley found a way. He'll work 12 days a week, in a week. Bentley Pasco's got job offers for me. Oh, thank you, Bentley. That's awesome, man. So we're yes. The plants, the lab born, right? In our labs, tank grown, in our tanks, selection is small, right? It's actually larger than what you saw, but not terribly larger. We're working on it. And we're really excited to be offering something pretty unique. And we're obviously, because we don't have to go to a third-party supplier down in Florida for a lot of these plants. We are kind of our own supplier, sort of thing, at least for now. We'll see how it goes. We should be able to offer these plants at a really great rate compared, above or I should say below, at a rate far below what a lot of other plant dealers on the interweb are able to do. So that's something that we're very proud of. We want to have a decent selection, something that you don't have to convert at all. And when I say you don't have to convert, I'm talking about our lab-born tank-grown plants. Now, we will offer some other plants for sure that we are not propagating ourselves, starting in our lab, going into our tank, blah, blah, blah. There are some plants that we will happily bring in from Florida and convert in our tanks. But unlike some other sources, if we're going to offer those plants, we want to truly convert them. So like minimum 2 weeks in a tank, because crypts don't convert very quickly at all. Swords, same thing there. Anubias, even worse. I mean, Anubias usually doesn't convert terribly anyway, so that's kind of a special scenario. So plants that are more costly, more slow, more difficult to tissue culture, we're not going to mess with those. Your Anubias, Nana Petites and stuff, no. It's a very slow plant to tissue culture. And I'd rather dedicate that time, energy, and space to something that will, produce more. So I'm just catching up here with chat, guys. Bear with me a second. Bentley Pasco lurking while working. Oh, man. Woo-hoo, Bentley. Good for you. That's a bummer. Yeah, he's salary, man. Yeah, there's no overtime. No overtime doesn't exist. So let me just do a quick scroll-a-rooney and see if I missed any obvious questions. My audio's cutting out. Oh dear. Let me see if I can fix that. How about this? Should be a little bit better, a little bit perhaps less hissy. Hopefully it's acceptable. But like I said, guys, we're not going to do a full-on live stream this weekend. I'm just thankful to be able to do any live stream. We just haven't had mechanical failures with vehicles. It wasn't just my vehicle. It broke down twice and stranded me twice. No. Wouldn't you know it? While my vehicle was dead and in the garage, not being diagnosed correctly and certainly not being fixed, despite what I was told, my wife's vehicle also went kaput. Yes. So, wow. Sometimes you just got to look up at the clouds and say, really? This is how we're going to do it. Okay. All right, man. I get you. Anyway, I'm just happy to be through some of the technical problems that we were having. I think that we got it figured out why the walkabout cam, which is what I'm on right now. I switch between two cams. This is a webcam right there, and this is the old walkabout cam, which is a Wi-Fi camera, basically. It's got a microphone in it. It's a phone. It's a hacked phone. And we've had a lot of problems with it. I think we finally got that stabilized even. So maybe things are starting to turn around. Anyway, I got a question here from Jeeps and Things. My brother, wish you were here, bro. Mom and Dad are here, and I'm barbecuing. Oh, man, I wish that I were there for some brisket, some barbecue, some steak, some fajitas. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, like I said, we're not going to do a full hour. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, but I hope you will give me just 2 more minutes of your time so I can show you something you haven't been able to see in a while. I'm really glad Stephen P. Sounds like the batters are doing great. I missed that question before. I saw it, and I kind of popped out of my mind. They were living primarily on frozen mice shrimp and treats of bloodworms, and no problems at all. They love it. Typical Battis, they are not fans of flakes, like prepared foods. With Battis, you really want to kind of baby them with some frozen foods. They are, in that sense, one of the more difficult fish to keep, just because of their kind of eating habits. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It looks like we have a peak of 30 people here this time. Not so many, but like I said, I lost 2-3 weeks of streams, and YouTube will definitely spank you with not sending out nearly as many notifications as they normally would, and that's kind of the system. So it's on me. My name's Jason. You've been watching Redfish Bluefish. I wish each and every one of you peace, love, and happy fish keeping. Stick around for another minute. Let me see you off the right way. Love y'all guys. Bye-bye.